right, so guys, welcome to Friday class. So, Bitcoin, pump and dump again, and
Again and again
again,
and again.
and
Make sure
again.
you pay
Absolutely.
yourself.
Oh man, this time I did. This time I did. It already taking me out. I jumped on at 8 a.m. CST, just a hair after it, so 8:05. I paid myself 50% out, moved stop to entry, took me out just like yesterday, but yesterday I was not able to pay myself. They took me out yesterday at zero loss. In fact, just $1 or $2 in gain because when I move my stop to entry, I try to push it a little bit farther up just to compensate for fees. And always, if I just get out,
Yeah.
it'll take me out at least with a buck, right? Buenos dias,
You're so
TS1.
smart.
What's up? Thank you, brother. I catch that from your show. I
I
go
got short, and then I got long, and all is good. Every winning chicken dinner. I took a $11 loss because I noticed confluence within the Nasdaq. So this morning I was trying to go for a bearish divergence up at the highs at like 101, and I got short, and it came down. So I could have taken a little bit of profits. It came down, and then the Nasdaq started pumping, like pumping, and I
right.
was able to cut my losses right away. As soon as I seen the Nasdaq take off, I got out of the Bitcoin, which was like after fees. It was still in the green, but after fees, it was like $14 loss. And then I took out the retest of the previous highs and longed it all the way up to the top and got out. And now we are in a profits for today. So you know what the best
Nice.
part about it was? The best part about trading, it wasn't about the profits today. It was about not the recognition of the strength and being able to say, "Hey, let's get out." That to me is more valuable because it's like you recognize danger, Will Robinson, and then you go bye,
Yes.
right? And that'll save you a lot of money. That'll save you a lot. Oh, here we go. That'll save you a lot of money. Uh, in the long run, in my opinion.
Oh, nice. I love it. I love it. Let me get started sharing my screen. I want to share how I entered a trade, what I entered a trade, and also how I played out today. And then I was not on your show today morning. I actually woke up a little bit late. Barely took some breakfast. It wasn't a fantastic breakfast, by the way. Some coffee. Still need to go for my secondary cup of coffee. So I might run away just for a little second after this, just to grab it, because man, I'm exhausted, man. I'm exhausted. I've been doing 12-hour shift the whole week.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. Dude, I don't golf. I think that's what I'm missing. Golfing.
I went golfing yesterday. I went for a lesson yesterday. They said that you're a professional. You don't need any help.
Really? Nice. Love
No,
it.
I'm kidding. I suck, bro. There's always something to get better at.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No, I got some lessons for Boxing Day for Christmas, so I'm using them
Oh, boxing.
from my mom. No, for golf for Boxing Day. It was a
God.
deal because so I'm using them up.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah, so that's what are you looking at now? So with big dump, Bitcoin flying to the downside,
A big doozy. Yes.
a
So
big
let me
deuce.
just,
Yes, number two.
yeah. So here's my trade from today in morning. I was looking at 4 hours. The 4 hours already had gone. I know it's a little messy. I'm going to go into a cleaner chart, I promise. But let's just review what I was saying, right? Remember that yesterday prediction was, or analysis was, it's not about the breakout, it's about the retest, and off we go. And then I consider this one to be the retest. I long here, I did not took profits. It was, look at that, barely to my target, not that far away. Moved my stop to entry and then dumped on me. Uh, great. I mean, I still walked out with $2 on profit. Then what happened today in the morning? I woke up to the actual retest. So let's just get rid of this. It's not longer needed. And I was like, hey, you know what? This is looking great in the 15 minutes. I do see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, 4 candles in the row pushing upwards. I think this could keep making a higher movement here. So let's go to the 15 minutes. And it was 7:30 my time, CST USA, if you are tracking. And let's look at that. 6:45, 7. There we go. That was the candle I was looking at. This is what I woke up. I took some breakfast, 7:30. This is what I was looking at the market. All right, looking at the market at this point, and I was like, should I be entering here? I draw my trend lines here. Everything is pairing, looking like it's one to break back down. I waited for one more candle. Look at that, almost that flip of the ribbon. One more candle, flip of the ribbon is already in. I already have 1, 2 candles closing inside the range, and that's what I decided to open up my trade. So what happened here? It went up. Look at that, almost get back at me, right here on this little itty bitty candle. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can fix that. By the way, if you click G mode, it's gonna hide those flags. And yeah, 2 hours later. And this thing, all right, perfect. As you can see, that little candle almost got me there. That was cool. I mean, I was still holding. Then as soon as I start broken previous highs in here, this is where I moved my stop to entry. So I moved my stop to entry. Then as soon as we went into a cut in Piper Academy, because this was already 8:30. This is where the Piper Academy started. And then right here, the moment that I changed of camera, I actually called it. I'm going to be taking some profit. That's what I said. Took some profit, 50% out. Moved my stop to entry. Oh, come on. Why can't I click it? There we go. Oh, I know why. No. This is it. All right. And move my stop to entry. And then I will see it breaking it. I got very, very excited. And then, as always, you know, that they cut. They see you like chilled out, right? And they go, hey, OC, you look very comfy there. Go wash the dishes, right? And hey, OC, you looking profit there, buddy, right? I think you this is we feel like communists today, so go share your profits. There you go. Boom, dump it on me. All right, so they dumped it. Fine, that's cool. I don't care. And why I don't care, because I moved my stop to entry, paid myself, and end of story. Let it be, right? Let it be. I did not take any shorts here. This was too fast for me, for my style, for the movement. And then what I'm expecting now, it is to do have another flip of the ribbon, for this to be an actual fake out, for me to adjust this. There we go, like this, slightly itty bitty. In fact, I did not have done it just to do it here live with you guys. And let's do it. Come on, there we go, much better. And considering this as a fake out, why? Because look at that dump, pump again. And the only thing that I need for this to classify as a fake out is going to be closing above the dynamic reactor. We're there. Hopefully, I do think that we're going to be doing a new all-time highs, or at least 102, 103 target for this weekend. I consider it to be heading it somewhere around Saturday, 12:05. Just around it. No, just kidding. Something around noon, but I can say that. Something around noon Saturday, right? And if, only if, we start seeing candle close inside this one, so we can then start pushing up, because you can see we hold and we push farther, right? We hold, right, and push inwards. And then push farther. We hold and we push farther. So once again, hopefully we can hold and push through far enough that the next retest is in here, and then we can just push it through all at once and for all. So that is my trade of today in the morning. I'm trying to do trades more like in the morning. I don't know. Why is it that? To be honest, completely honest, it's just I'm learning that from Alex of Crypto. Come on, man. I mean, I know it's a time disparity, but I wake up 6 in the morning and you're already trading. Come on. What time is it for you there? Like 3
8 a.m. till 10 a.m.
Oh, but you're 2 hours behind me or something? Like, what time is it for you right now?
It's 11:15 right now.
11:15. All right, it's 10:50 or 10:13 my time. So one time earlier. So I
One
wake up.
hour.
You, yeah, 1 hour. So you basically wake up at
I get
5
up.
my time.
I get up. I get up at 6:30.
Right.
So 5 your time, yeah. So 5:35 your time.
Oh man, it's
You got to get
I
up
mean,
earlier, man. You want to catch the early bird catches the worm.
yes.
You know, when I lived in Australia, 14 hours difference.
Holy shit.
It was
Yeah.
crazy. Yes.
Oh man.
You
Oh,
go on your UTC at the bottom of the right there, bottom right. You go on the
right. Yeah.
time zone, bottom right. Scroll all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. Sydney. All the way
Holy
to the
shit.
bottom. Sydney. 11 hours, right?
Yeah, 11 hours. Yeah.
That was the time train. That was where I started trading.
Holy
Good
shit.
fun.
Fun. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
You
must
be a
be
vampire.
easier when you're cute as you, because I mean, I need to wake up, put on some makeup, do fix my hair,
Oh
take out the
fuck.
tinfoil hats, right? But you just
I just
wake up
get
and
out of
shine,
bed.
brother.
Get out of bed. One coffee, one poo, and one stream, and that's it.
That's
Finito.
oh man, love it, man. Three pleasures
It's
of
called risk.
life, right?
That's risk management. Before you start the stream, one coffee, one poo is good risk management. Okay.
Oh
Maybe I
shit,
went too
yes.
far.
No. I mean, it's well known, right? Eating, you know what? And shedding is the three pleasures of life, right? I was in New Zealand time zone TBB 203. I want to touch back in what you were saying when you looked at my charts. If you can pull back your question, I'll be more than happy to go over it so I can explain a little bit more on how I determine bounces and continuations and stuff. I know it's an important part, and I think that was an important question from you. So if you can prepare it, I'll be more than happy to go over it. In the meantime, Alex, what you got for us, brother?
Yeah. So currently in the long, we'll see how this goes. A little position right now. Uh, so what happened this morning, Ray? Why did I say the best thing was the close? So this morning, okay, what happened is quite interesting. We look at this and we understand that, hey, Bart Simpson, lots of liquidity below us. Okay, we can all see the liquidity below us within this area, all in here, right? So price hasn't returned back down to this area. It's really been up only. So what happened? We got a beautiful double top up in here, and then it's rolled over. Okay, so understanding where we're at, what we're looking for. So we're looking for mitigation of the lows coming in here and continuation downwards. Okay, so for me, going on a half hour time frame, let's get rid of all this stuff on my chart and just understanding where we're at, what we're trying to do, and where we're trying to get into a trade, right? So for me, I have a big alarm set down here. If we come down here, I go and I press buy. This is my main area that I'm looking to hold. Okay. Doesn't mean that we're going to come down in here and bounce. This is my main bounce area though. So I have priorities. This would be my priority area that I'm looking for my main trade. I also had a sell wall up in this order block this morning for also a take profit. So just marking out my charts like I do every morning, sharing that with the group. But you can see I have key areas that I'm looking for bounces. I'm looking for continuation. I'm looking for strength. Okay. So I always ask myself, where are we at? What's happened? So we understand one, liquidity residing down at these lows all the way through here. Now down to here, right? So there's liquidity in here underneath these lows in here. We have broken structure to the downside. Okay, so if we're looking at significant highs and significant lows, right, we can see that we started to move up nicely here, right? And that's great. Nice move up. But we have lost this low in here. So we broke down and we have mitigated this low in here. Okay, this to me smells like correction. This is the idea this morning. Okay. Now, what has happened this morning? Well, we have pumped and dumped, right? Pumped and dumped. So looking at this now, we can see that, hey, we got a bullish divergence in here, which is a trade that I did take. You got clipping here on your 15-minute with a bull div here. I took this trade last night. I got out here. Okay. Nice little trade last night. Then it was too late. So I closed my trade and I went to bed. A quick little beautiful, like $200 before bed. Yummy, yummy chicken dinner. And then what can we see after that? So our trading day really started here this morning. So this is where my trading day started. So we can see a series of higher highs and higher lows all the way up, equal lows within here, and our VWAP coming in right here as well. Okay, so VWAP, holding VWAP this morning only to blast off and not come back to VWAP. So this morning I was looking for a sweep of the lows, potential triple bottom. Okay, coming in here. We didn't get that. What we got was up only. So managing my trade, jumping into the 3-minute now. Okay. I'm going to cut this off now. Okay. I'm out of this trade. Quick little money and done. Okay. I just see weakness. Sorry. So coming into here, what do we get? So we came in VWAP. Here's your VWAP, right? We touched it perfectly. We bounced equal lows, so we didn't mitigate this low. So this is still valid as a continuation to the upside. So you see coming in here, equal lows, bounce out, and then we decided not to get long in here, okay? Because it's very much chasing of price. You can see this. Yes, it went up and it was a nice move, yada, yada, yada. See, another good decision. And then I was looking for this. So I was looking for a higher high, lower low this morning. I was looking for this on a higher term time frame. This would have been juicy, but it was like this now. I was looking for this and it just kept going, okay? So I was looking to take a bearish divergence down because we were overextended this morning. Okay? We didn't get it. So I got short here. Now let's look at the time. This is 9:45. Okay, 9:45. And then we can go over to like the NASDAQ here on the 3-minute. And let's look at 9:45. So what happened at 9:45? This happened. Okay? This is what happened. So I'm always flipping between NASDAQ and Bitcoin or NASDAQ and S&P. Look what happened at 9:45. So yes, I can see that we do have a little bit of a push here, but I'm looking for the bearish divergence on Bitcoin. I'm looking for this. So I'm short here. Okay, I'm entered in a short here. This is 9:45. So look, it gives me the signal before it continues upwards to get out of the trade. It says, hey man, run away, right? Run away. That's what it says. Because look at the NASDAQ just boom, all of a sudden. And if we go to 9:45 over here, I still had a bit of time here to get out of my trade. So instantly, bang, I closed it. Okay, $11 loss. Whoop-de-doo, right? Then price comes back up and I saw the strength in NASDAQ. Retest, I get long here, I get out here. Another easy peasy, lemon squeezy, scalparelli, okay? Beautiful, beautiful little trade. Took the money and ran, okay? And now I did not, because of the momentum here, I did not get short. However, I've had this area marked out as a sell wall, right? Why is it a sell wall? Well, look at the order block in here. You have an order block here. You have one here, right? And you have volume in here as well. And I had a key level in here as well, right? You see the red line? Okay, so I was looking for a short up in here. It didn't come up high enough for me to, it kind of stalled out here. You can see this is actually quite a bit of time. This is from 10:12 all the way to 10:40. So we just stopped, right? We just stopped. And the momentum was up. So why, this is not an easy short. What I would like to see, swing failure pattern, break of structure continuation, nothing like that. Just down. That's all it did. So no short here. But nonetheless, a win here, a good risk management here, and a long down in here that I just closed now for profits as well. Okay, so winning, 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 right? But it's environment, right? It's environment. It's understanding that, hey, even though we got bull divs in here, that's nice. Equal lows, continuation. Could have taken the trade off of that. Okay, for me, it didn't give us really an opportunity to get in. Right? There's no real good sweep. And then now, right, this is bear flagging. And I would look for this to come down and grab some more liquidity. Where is the liquidity? Just looking at this, where is the liquidity? It's simply in here. That's where I got long here last night. I could still be in this long. Okay? I could still be in this long. I got out here, but I guarantee you this was the easiest. Remember I talked to you guys yesterday. 15-minute clipping, bullish divergence. Right there. Okay? 15-minute clipping, bullish divergence. We talked about it yesterday. It was bread and butter. It even gave you like 1, 2, 3, 4 candles to get in. 4 15-minute candles. You know how graceful that is from the market to say, hey man, press buy. That's what it said. We are clipping. We are giving you a bullish divergence at a golden pocket level that we had marked out. Sweeping down, bullish divergence. It says, hey, dummy, press buy. That's what that tells me, right? Like we talked about yesterday, right? So if you identified the clipping on the 15-minute time frame, right here, there's your clipping, and you just waited. Okay, bang, off we go. Look what we're getting right now. Clipping. We are in a downtrend. What are we looking for? Bang. Sell. Okay. Where are we targeting? Alex gave me a key level that he's looking for the bounce for the long. How do I practice good risk management? Valid plan, right? This is what we're trying to do. I'm not going crazy with this long in here. Like I just cut this trade because we retested the highs in here, and it was a scalp trade, right? What is my plan going into this? And I'm teaching, so you can't always be monitoring a trade. And I was in this trade pretty much as we started our session here just before. So for me, it was like, okay, we're teaching. We need to be focused teaching. We can't just be trading the whole time. So we got to be, taking some risk off, which I have, right? So that's the idea here. Lots of opportunity, right? Managing risk, taking advantage. Like this is a 1.5% move. This is beautiful, right? Beautiful, beautiful trading opportunity. Now, long term, what are we looking at? Very, very, very simply, looking at this, it's a range. It looks like a range to me, right? You can go from the low here, and you can go all the way up with a regression trend line, and we are in ascending channel range. Okay, we are at the median of the range. Okay, so what does OC always talk about? He always talks about getting above the median and holding the median to remain bullish. Oh, look at that, right? So we want to see strength. You saw strength in here, you lost the strength. You pushed up, you saw strength, bearish divergence. You're probably due to come down to the bottom of the range, right? Which is right around 96,700. Okay? If this, then that. If you reclaim the median of the range, and you show strength, you're probably looking for continuation, right? Another way to look at this, premium and discount. Zoom in a little bit. This is one of my favorites. Let it populate. Okay, so we're at the equilibrium, just like this regression trend line, okay? We are in the middle of the range. What do we want to do at the middle of the range if we're swing traders? We don't want to trade, right? We don't want to trade. You don't want to eat. Do you guys like hot dogs? That's my question, my next question, right? Okay, do you want to be trading the dog or do you want to trade the buns? Ask yourself that. So for me, you can see I'm prepared. I have an alarm set at a key level that I'm looking for the long. Okay. For that continuation, for a swing trade possibility, if we get it. Okay. Even though it's at the median of the range, what do I have at that level? Lots of confluence. Okay. Lots of confluence and lots of key levels. Okay. So I have gone out, marked my charts. These are key levels that I'm always looking at. But I'm a prepared trader with a plan, right? And then I look to manage risk alongside those areas. And that's how I'm going to build a good strategy that's going to allow me to make money, right? Dynamic reactor, 1 hour, holding up right now. Quantum reactor, dipping down a little bit, right? Look, it's coming into my area. Who would have thought? So create a plan, right? And understand that, hey, the volatility is crazy right now, crazy. So all I have to do is get in, maybe take a little bit of profits early, like OC showed you he did today. Because guess what? OC was right. OC got long right here. Okay, 805 or whatever he said. But he took some profit today because he learned his lesson yesterday, right? Because he got stopped out. Okay, so he paid himself today, and guess what? He got stopped out in profits. Very different, right? Very different. So we're always learning. We're always trying to get better. That's why you got to pay attention. That's why you got to document. That's why you got to make adjustments as you go. Trading is never going to be like a straight up binary, whatever you want to call it. It's going to always be adaptive. You're always going to have different situations, different environments. Taking advantage of those environments is going to be the key, right? Volatility is fun. It's great. But you need to manage risk within those. And that's what I would say.
Oh man, I just want to say that digital. Oh my god, brother. ChatGPT can be your friend, says. We all are friends, buddy. We all are friends here. But I love that.
I asked ChatGPT to watch my YouTube videos. He likes me.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, he says I'm
ChatGPT
funny.
has become so much more intelligent recently. All right, do you guys heard
He,
about?
he says he trades better than me though, so I'm gonna beat him up.
Guys, Alex also. Before we did the together the what is it? Wednesday TA talk. Together that we take a look at the other assets other than crypto. We take a look at microeconomy. I used to do some in-depth investigation. And since we're getting to Christmas, since I don't know, have you guys have heard about the New Year's aliens? Have you seen the videos where there are a couple of orbs in the sky and then they try to shoot them down, like official U.S. military video recordings, and they throw a missile to the thing, the freaking missile explodes and damn thing does not drops down. Well then, I never got to it, but I do have kind of like a little bit fun theory. So we start following the trace of bread, right? The breadcrumbs, and then they start becoming smaller and smaller and smaller until we can only speculate based on what we know. And from the speculation, the next step is guessing, right? So I'm planning to do and to come out clean, not clean, but I reveal my tinfoil hat perspective of the world at that point, at that vanishing point that we don't know, right? We don't have enough information to predict what's coming, neither to analyze what has been done because it is just secrecy, right? And that's
You
all,
know
that
he's
also
a
comes.
architect when he talks about vanishing points, bro.
Yes.
Bro, you're giving me trauma from high school, you know? When you have the box, you know, you got the box
Yeah.
and you got a dot, and then you got to draw everything to the dot.
Oh yeah, the
You got
perspective box.
the desk and the dot and the dot. Bro, trauma. You're bringing back trauma.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry, brother. I will not use that language anymore. I promise. I promise. So I was thinking of making a show. Well, not a show, an episode, a special episode. That would not be on Piper Gathering. That would be on TikTok, my private TikTok. But I just wanted to know. I might upload it here in the Chart Prime, like my little corner there, tips and tricks or something like that. I wanted to know how interested would you guys be in me talking, like following the trace until there's nothing else to follow, and then talking about that part. Like, if it's on TikTok, you'll need to dance at the same time, following it. All right. So give me guys a thumbs up if you want. If you want to see that video coming up. I will gonna be touching on three main things. I promise I'm not gonna be that boring, but I think it's interesting because everybody that I have tell this thing, because of the process that I follow, they say that, dude, you're crazy, but it kind of like it makes sense, right? And Alex, would you be able to participate, or would you like to participate if that is the case? If we get the thumbs up,
I'm always ready to participate. I'm really trying to practice a vanishing point now as you're speaking. I'm trying to draw it out. And this is where my bed goes,
oh man,
right? I remember this project. Your
oh, when you
point's
had to
here,
draw
right?
it? Yes.
And then I got to do the bed. Oh yeah. And this one goes down. You know? I'm practicing. You keep going. I'll participate. I participate.
All right.
I guess
well
I
then.
shouldn't have closed that long.
Oh, why is it bouncing? Let's take a look at that. All right. So Alex, let me know whenever you have time off, and then we just do a recording. Maybe we can do it on the next Thursday, even live in here, and just to do a team full hat prediction of what is the future coming, right? Bringing, and then also tied it to what could we be looking at in the market for that matter. But guys, there are some weird shit that I want to share. But other than that, yeah, kind of like that. Yes. Do I have my? There you go. So, oh, look at that! It's now breaking back in. Look at that shit. I mean, I was even thinking that we would have been making a little bit of a farther move to the downside, but yeah, man, Chop City, Chop City. Let me go to a couple of other things. One of those things is Link, right? I'm following on Link. That trade was freaking fire. Other than that, Alex, are you looking at Link too or not really? Let me clear this up.
I
Let me
haven't touched Link. No.
You haven't touched Link. I see.
I'm using fib channels to draw I'm using fib circles to draw a rug right now.
Dude, I really brought out some hidden trauma there. Oh man. But by the way, a little secret. One of our developers, not that a secret, right? When I start talking with him, he asked me what I did before crypto, and I used to be an architect. And what is your main thing? I was like CGI. He went like, really? Did you like a Nintendo 64? What was the name of this? Star Fox? And I was, dude, that was one of my favorite games. So look at that. He coded a 3D rendering software inside TradingView, and he modeled the spaceship, the little spaceship that Star Fox flew. That was freaking awesome. It looked weird though. If you look at slightly rotated, that it looked weird. But when he I put it at 45-degree right in front of right at 90-degree angles, it looked fantastic. I was like mind blown. That was pretty cool. Yeah, Star Fox rocks. When I'm getting Oscillator Pro and not Pro Plus, because you only have the Pro version, my friend, you need the Plus membership to get the Plus indicator. If you have got the Plus membership and you just don't see it, because right now at this point your name is blue, just go to this one here, this channel, which is Get Help. Just click on this link that I just sent, and then ask for a ticket to be open. Nesmil should be right there with you. He's going to go over your account, and he will refresh not only your access but your indicators. So it might take like 15 minutes, but if you do already have plus, we're gonna send a refresh. If you don't have plus, I consider taking a look at it. If you're new, by the way, I know that we're in the business of selling indicators. Love it, brother. Dude, that carpet looks fantastic. Looks fantastic. Oh man, with flip channels, I love it. Traumatic says TS1, yes. So, all right, I'm so sorry. Let me go back in here. GM, if you're new and you don't have plus, if you're not paying for plus, don't worry. I see the little flower or the little plant around you, the treble, or how's it called? The little three leaf plant. So just be around. I don't know, let's say a week or so, right? See how the classes develop. See how the indicators fit to your style. Get them configured, and then make the decision whether you want plus or you don't want plus, right? The pro indicators, the pro membership, this is the one that you already got. It's our top tier membership. Plus includes all of the side work that we do with the influencers, right? They decide to either subscribe their indicators or not to plus, and they can share a profit also while sharing their whole communities, which is a win-to-win perspective. The thing is that with plus, we also release beta indicators or alpha indicators. Alpha indicators might never see the day of light, but we release alpha indicators, then transform to beta indicators. You guys test them. The ones that got plus can test them. Usually that is the stringing branch. And then if they're good enough, they get released inside the plus indicator, sorry, inside the pro indicators, or they get released either free indicators or freemium indicators, if that makes sense. So eventually, whatever goes through plus in our site, it will be ended up being released to the public eventually. If it's good enough inside the pro membership, if it's not that good, or not that it's not that good, if it doesn't meet like the absolute best of our indicators standpoint, we release it as a free or as a freemium indicator. So yeah, just give it a try. Do not panic about it. Don't worry. And most likely we're gonna have a Christmas deal, so you'll get your chance to upgrade for cheaper. So just wanted to say that. All right, going to Link. I don't know why I've just been talking nonstop today and not about charts. All right, Link. I do see a pattern being formed in here. I would love to have said that this would be a double top, but it seems like it's not at this point. We have a higher high, higher low. This is a big enough range that I would like to trade. And here's the tipping point. So far, we are pretty close to break back up or fail below the trend line. How do we know? We don't. But our oscillator is below zero line, so that means most likely we're gonna be falling down. But look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is pushing hard, right? It is chop city, yes, but it's keep pushing harder. So if we see that reaction in Bitcoin, most likely we're also gonna be seeing a candle here in Link. If we have that candle, I'm gonna take the next retracement to jump in as we are breaking through the zero line, all right? So I want to see that pump, make a try to break through, retracement, slight retracement, one or two candle retracement, still breakthrough, entry for me, long position there, as close as I can to the dynamic reactor, so I can be, as Alex says, as cheap as possible, and then aim. Let's just say not at the very, very next high, but at the previous high here with these other three areas, right? So that will be TP number one, TP number two, and if I turn on my indicators, where are you? I need predictive ranges. There we go. TP number three at 32.61. A no leverage trade, we could be looking at something like for TP number one, 6.15%. Or TP number three, 14%. We are on a dangerous area, of course we are, right? But also look at that, we have a loud order block, we have a trend line, we have dynamic reactor, and Bitcoin is pushing. So because of all of those bullishness, despite we are at the bottom of the oscillator, I think we got a chance to make a push to the zero line in here and make a pop into the price once again. So if you don't want to take the risk or wait, again, this is not financial advice, but the entry would basically be either right now or within 4 hours. And this is on the 15 minutes. And this is just to give it the opportunity, because look at the absorption zones on the wicks. Look at those wicks, right? The wick is a large wick at the top. That means someone is selling. Whoever bought it, someone dumps them on them. All right. So that indicates me that it's not going to be a too serious dump, but still pushing downwards pressure. And I think that's because what we already have seen, the loud order blocking here. So loud order block, it's highly red, yes, but because we have the possibilities to push through, we could be having a wick down and up. So again, not a financial advice. I would say your entries either right now or slightly below within the next 4 hours, just to try to catch early this flip of the ribbon that is not there yet. So we don't have confirmation, right? So is this a dangerous trade? Yes, it is. In fact, let me just mark it. I'm going to be waiting for a better entry, but let me just mark what I'm saying right now. Let me set a stop loss here. Let me put my first aiming point in there. And let's add alerts. Guys, I don't function without alerts. Dude, I don't know. If I don't set an alert, the trade is gone. Right? It's just like sand in the water. So I need to set up alerts. That's just how I work, right? So if that helps for you guys, do put alerts. It greatly helps, so you can take your head off the chart for a little bit, maybe spend some time to relax, and then come back fresh. But in the meantime, you're taking that relaxation time. You know that you are protected with an alert. So whatever happens, you're gonna get alerted. So there you go. First alert right here at 2762, just in case we are going as far back down as we already did, right? My entry point, since I'm not entering right now, but also I cannot put it right there because it's going to be just keep ringing. I'm going to set it at the next possible high, which is at 28.45. This is going to be telling me that we could be going upwards and then looking for the retracement. And finally, TP number 1 and 29.17, right? If it goes straight to 21.17, I'm still going to be waiting for a retracement, but I'm going to be feeling more confident on the retracement entry for the further continuation, if that makes sense. Let me throw it back to you, Alex, for a little bit to see what else you are looking at. And then I'm going to come back and explain the retest scenario just so we can bounce it back and forth.
All right, sounds good. So I got my design here. I just wanted to share it one last time. I got the fib rug. The fib rug, this one's really good. It allows you to take steps very, very in sequential sequences. The fan sometimes hits you in the head. It's a bit low. So be very careful here. And
I love
thank you all
the
for
reflection that you put on the windows.
You see?
Yeah.
You draw the architect, you do a window, you got to go like this. This is how they know it's a window. They know it's a window now. All of a sudden, Mao, right? You do a square like this, you draw a circle. Oh my god, it's a stove.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a stove. Who would Oh shit.
The best thing,
That's complex,
and I know
man.
I'm throwing shit up right to myself, but it's gonna rain back into me. But dude, we are so naive that as you put a box, we're like, dude, what the hell is that? And then you just put a little cross to it, and then we're, oh, right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guess I should have stayed in the long. Holy smokes, Batman. Woo. All right, back up we go. Oh man. So just coming back into this little liquidity zone in here. As you can see, woof, just missing it, but popping back up. Really a retest back into the middle of this range. Okay. I thought we were going to get rejected here from VWAP and come back down. That's why I closed it. But now it looks as though we're going back up. So V-shaped recovery and order. For me getting into this trade, I got in coming in here on the indecision candle, pushing price back in. And for me, it was initially meant to be a scalp. It could have turned into something much more. Obviously, it didn't. Obviously, teaching takes priority, so I didn't want to be distracted too much. But this is looking really good as we come up into our liquidity zone up here. And remember the level I had up here. So this is really the barrier, in my opinion, to higher prices coming in just over at 101,500. So we could still, we could still sweep and drop. Okay, that's still an option. If you are looking to get on this thing, I would just simply draw the trend line out like this. Okay, we know we have some critical support in here. So let's turn on our volume. See all these new indicator setups. So we have volume up in here. Okay, so volume up in here, some volume up in here. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Let's see what else we got. Money flow point of control. I like that. So that looks like a very good area in here as well, revisiting the lows. So if we do come back, I look at 105, 105. Yeah, so just in here, 105. So that would be an area within here that I'm interested in. So looking at this as confluence, trying to just see if Bitcoin's going to come back in, right? If this, then that. Now that it's gone, we're not chasing price. What we're doing is we're waiting. Tool forever? Absolutely tool forever. We're waiting for continuation, right? So we have strength in here. Can we bounce and continue? We'll see, right? What we're cautious about is the divergences that this is going to create, okay? So even though it's gone down quickly and up quickly, right? You can see that this, if this puts in a higher high right here, that could be a bearish divergence, right? So understanding that this is moving quite stupid picture, right? Warning sign. Warning, Will Robinson, right? Will we get a bearish divergence? This should be exciting for you. It shouldn't be like, hey, man, I missed the move. It should be, hey, man, we might have a chance to get short here if we get our divergence, if we get confirmation of that at a key level, right? So this should be exciting. However, momentum is to the upside. So you want to be very cautious. Where are you going to practice good risk management, right? Like, how are you going to do that? Well, understanding the range in here, right? You should, if you are swing trading, then yes, of course, above the high here. But, you know, it should be very, very tight considering you don't have much volume above you. You have the all-time high. So this thing, if it wants to, there's not a lot up here, right? We have liquidity maybe at these highs. So it could shoot up quite quickly because we don't have a lot of price action in here, therefore giving us levels to where we can find resistance. Okay, so if you are going to trade this, be very cautious that price can shoot up really quickly right now because there's not a lot of volume above price action right now. So also cautious, right? So looking at some altcoin trades, we gave you guys a Jasmy trade, I believe the other day as well. Jasmy ripping to the upside. So there's some things that are definitely moving throughout the industry. I see Jasmy moving. I see Ondo moving quite nicely. Okay. I see Super has actually cooled off, but is moving quite aggressively. I know OC likes Super a lot. So keep your eyes on Super. Sui, one of my favorites, okay, has definitely gone to all-time highs. So you can see that a little bit overextended, but moving nicely. One thing I was looking at for you guys is Near. Okay, so Near I was looking for a long. It seems to be doing this kind of rounding structure. So with rounding structure, you're typically looking for some sort of cup and handle accumulation, right? So a cup and handle, all it is accumulation at the lows with a spring. That's literally all it is, right? And that handle is a bull flag. That's all it is, right? However you want to call it, cup and handle, but that's all it is. So I was looking for the long in here. A little bit of nice entry. Not in it right now, but something I'm definitely keeping on my radar right now. I'm thinking AI likes to go first, in my opinion. So if we're looking at narratives, right, the way I've been noticing it lately, it's you'll get Bitcoin, right? You'll get your layer ones that are bullish, like Ondo, like Sui, uh, like Link lately. This was XRP before, XLM. Okay, so a lot of the older coins or the popular Solana killer, Ethereum killers. Okay, like Sui. Okay, then you get AI. This is typically AI. Then I would say real world assets. Then you get gaming last. Gaming is the slowest. Okay. Uh, that's why I hold a lot of AI tokens because I want to get out quickly. If I'm holding one narrative, it's easier to sell one narrative than it is to sell all of these on your hodl bag. So be cautious of that and the rotation of capital, right? So what do we know about what's going on right now? Well, Bitcoin is pushing. So what do we expect to happen over the weekend? Anybody? I would expect Bitcoin dominance to come down and a rotation start to move into altcoins from Bitcoin to Ethereum to Solana to high to medium and low caps. Okay. And you're going to see the rotation. And then we're going to come back to Bitcoin and see where we're at going over the weekend. Bitcoin probably chop solidates, right? Where some altcoins may run. So scour the altcoin world, right? For me, I'm looking Injective looks like it looks pretty nice right now. Has yet to have that boom. So what do I mean by yet to have that boom? The boom being that's a weird boom being that you see all-time highs in March. Okay, these highs in March, some of these tokens haven't come back to this area. Okay, you look at Celestia, another one hasn't come back to this area, meaning lots of room to grow. You go over to H bar, not so much, right? You go over to Algo, not so much. You go over to Rune, a little bit, right? You still got room, but it has come up here. Okay, you go to Polkadot, not so much room. It's come up to these highs, right? So I'm looking for things that are a little bit lower than their previous highs in March. Okay, over in here, that'll give me that move up into those areas, right? I don't want to be going and trading something like I don't know what's boomed. Ordi, I think Ordi boomed. No, Ordi's still low, so Ordi still has room to the upside, right? We look at Beam. Beam had a boom. Look, Beam had a boom. Now it's back up to those March highs. Okay, so a lot of things are recovering. Jasmy, all-time highs, right? So cautious with trading the coins that have already had that move. If you're looking for bigger swing trades, I'd be looking at the tokens that are strong, like Near, like Injective, like Tia, okay, that can actually continue to move out and onwards. Okay, so make sure you're using good risk management over this weekend because it's typically slow, then it's kaboom. Okay, so be very cautious.
Perfect. Let's wrap the class for today. But before that, I want to attend a couple of questions from GM. GM, one of the things that I really like about being here it is that I get to share my experience, right? Part of that it's trying to be as clear as possible, right? And sometimes I might say things in a way that you may not like it, but please always have in mind that is with all due respect, right? So here it goes. And Ben, first of all, thank you for your questions. That's how you learn, right? By asking questions. So that is amazing. The next thing it is, I do see signals that you are very new in trading because of the way that you ask questions, right? I have shared with you the documentation. Also, when you ask a question, and this is for us to be able to provide a better answer, try to be as specific as possible. Because, like for example, your first question was, how do I use volume? Oh man, that is like a week worth of classes, right? Of how to use volume, right? How do you use, then you said volume block high means, well, you just answer your question, right? Volume high means volume high, right? So should I buy or sell? None, because it is not telling you to buy or sell. It is telling you the volume is high there. Whether if the price coming down to a high volume area, you should be expecting, not knowing, not for sure doing, expecting a bounce up. Does that mean that it's going to bounce to the moon? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, right? What else would you need to look for? You will need to look for speed. You will need to look for money flow, for the volume of the candles, for reversals, for many things. What you want to collect, it is confluence on a zone, and the more confluence you get, the better or the strongest the area will be, right? So the next question is volume block high means should, all right, you repeated the same question. Let's see, request to speak. Usually in these classes, we don't take anyone up to stage unless we are just a few of us. How to use volume order blocks. Thank you for that, Dagat. How to use all volume order blocks. All right. Another thing, or volume blocks, another thing, it is that based on the description that you gave, I think you're mixing up a couple of things. Which one I think you are referring to order blocks, and then you're calling it order volume blocks, which we have both of them. Like, let me show you. So the next thing I would highly recommend, it is giving it a read of the documentation I gave you right here. Let me paste it once again. There we go. That's it. So you know exactly the tool that we are referring. If not, you just hover over the tool, double click the tool, right? And then you can read here, for example, order blocks or volume profile, right? So we can refer back exactly to the tool that you're referring to, and we can attend exactly at the question that you're asking. So for example, this one here, which I thought it was the first one that you meant, this is a VPVR, a volume profile, right? In the volume profile or in the documentation I gave you, you can go here, get started, and start looking, for example, that volume profile. It is located within the Market Dynamics Pro. So you just go here, Market Dynamics Pro, feature overview, order blocks. Here are the order blocks that I now think that you're referring. But you can also go to, for example, I don't know, market structure, see how the market structure works, have a video on it, profiles, go and learn about the volume profile, how it divides, what it shows, and what it means, right? And once you have nailed down this basic information, please bring back, you're gonna have much more pinpoint questions. And that's what we can answer without giving a full-fledged 4-hour class, right, into it. Nonetheless, we already have those classes. Let me show you where are those located. Let me just take this out of the way for a second. Bear with me here. Bear with me here, please. 1 second. Okay, sorry, I just need to punch in some passwords. So here's my Discord, right? You just click on Chart Prime Discord, all right? Once you go click on Discord, I want you to take a look at and go back in here to, man, I have another class. I forgot about this. And then go to, here we go, video tutorials. In video tutorials, you're gonna see additional content. Go inside additional content, important classes. And here I give you important classes. For example, divergences in depth, right? Another one, it is, what was this one about? Advanced, I don't remember which one. Oh, here we go, the VPVR in depth, all right? So, and then also the logic on the indicators here. So most likely we already have an important class. If you want just to look at the classes, just scroll down and look for class recordings. Here, class recordings. Click on the class recordings, and here are the classes. And usually when it's an important class, I give a little extra description. For example, here, my trading secrets, right? What else? I don't know, so on and so forth. Like manual configuration logic, right? So you just go over and you can see what the class is about. You can watch any class and click here, view threads, or let's just even create a thread. The three dots, create a thread, and then you ask your question here about whatever you want about that class, right? So I can go back into the classes, and as we have your answers, I either create a video and push the video to it, or directly answer it in text format. But yeah, I mean, if that helps, I already have a class on the volume profile. We have the documentation on also the volume profile and order blocks, and video about liquidity zones, which is the other one. We also have the order block documentation and video in here that will teach you how to use those. And of course, we have the video classes, video lives. So not trying to be mean or anything. It's just like at this point, and that is natural, right? Your questions are a little bit too wide, too spread apart, and we need to narrow them, right? In order for us to be able to provide a I don't know, a dead simple answer, to say it that way, or the most accurate answer possible, right? Without going for hours into the explanation. Nonetheless, keep your questions coming. Keep your questions coming, and we'll try to either direct them to the correct video or to answer them as much as we can. So just to wrap things up, that is it. Alex, anything else that you want
gotta
to
go.
push before we go? Yep. All right. Let's go.
I gotta go. So
So do I.
running late. There's no worries. You guys have a wonderful day, and look forward to seeing you guys on Monday. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys later.
Guys, thanks so much. See you on Monday.